If you're thinking about upgrading your smart home setup with the Sonoff S40 Zigbee Smart Plug, hold on for a second because there's a lot you need to know before hitting buy. In this honest review, I'll reveal why the Sonoff S40, despite its promising features, might not be the perfect fit for your smart home. But here's what surprised me the most about this compact little device. It actually has some hidden gems you don't expect, even though it comes with some annoying quirks most reviewers won't openly admit. So if you want to avoid wasting money or pulling your hair out, stick around because this review might just flip your perspective. Let's dive right in and start with who this product is actually for. The Sonoff S40 is designed for smart home enthusiasts who want a budget-friendly Zigbee smart plug to turn regular appliances or lamps into smart devices controlled via apps or voice assistants like Amazon Alexa. It's aimed at folks who want compact design, so their plugs don't block adjacent sockets, and also appreciate features like scheduling on-off based on sunrise and sunset. If you dream of setting lights to turn on just as the sun dips below the horizon, or powering kitchen gadgets remotely, this plug looks like a solid contender at a low price, just $12.99 on Amazon. But here's the catch. You absolutely need a compatible Zigbee hub to control it. No Zigbee hub, no magic. So this isn't for someone who only has Wi-Fi and wants a plug-and-play smart outlet. Compatibility is limited to specific hubs like SmartThings and Amazon Echo Plus or Echo Dot with Zigbee support. That requirement can easily trip up casual buyers who just want to install a smart plug without investing in extra hardware. Another eyebrow raiser. The Sonoff S40 does support voice control with Alexa, but don't expect future-proofing with Google Home or Apple HomeKit. That narrow ecosystem might disappoint if you're already invested in those other smart assistants. And here's a pro tip buried deep in the specs. While the small form factor is tidy and doesn't hog plug space, this compactness sometimes compromises plug stability, meaning it might wiggle loose depending on your outlet housing. Now, if you're wondering about actual real-world performance, many users praise the scheduling feature, especially the sunrise-sunset routine. It's a really neat little function allowing automatic lighting control based on local sunrise and sunset times, perfect for those who want their homes to feel alive without fiddling with apps every day. However, the S40's dependence on a reliable Zigbee hub means if your hub drops connection or has bugs, the whole system goes offline. Imagine walking into a pitch-black room because the hub decided to take a vacation. Definitely a mood killer. Speaking of connection headaches, several reviewers report occasional latency or dropouts in response times. Turning your lamp on or off can lag by several seconds, which makes you question if Alexa's taking a coffee break. For such a device, instant responsiveness should be a given, but sadly, it's not always the case here. So if you're all about instantaneous command execution, the S40 might test your patience. I bet you're asking yourself, is this device even worth it at around $13? Let's talk quality and build. The Sonoff S40's compact design is stylish and unobtrusive, crafted to avoid blocking adjacent outlets. Nice touch. It feels solid enough with decent heat tolerance, so you don't have to worry about your plug turning into a mini grill. But do keep in mind the plug's faceplates are plastic and don't scream premium, so if you want your tech to look like it belongs in a NASA control room, this ain't it. It's more functional, aka chic. Now here's something interesting. The initial setup isn't always straightforward for beginners. Pairing the plug with a Zigbee hub can feel like trying to sneak into a VIP club without a password. You'll navigate through multiple app menus, and sometimes the device doesn't appear on the first attempt, resulting in a bit of frustration and wasted time. Thankfully, once connected, the smart scheduling options and voice control generally work smoothly, rewarding your patience. Picture this: you're hosting a party and want to automate your colorful lamps to sync with sunset time to create the perfect ambience. The S40's sunrise-sunset routine makes this a breeze, But if the Zigbee hub decides no lights tonight, suddenly, you become the party pooper telling guests to flip switches manually. So reliability is key, and that's the main sticking point. Here's a light-hearted take. Why did the smart plug break up with the hub? Because it needed space to recharge its personality. Jokes aside, pairing Zigbee-enabled devices requires a robust hub, so always check compatibility before buying the S40. Another nitpick is the limited support outside Amazon Alexa and SmartThings ecosystems. If you own a Google Nest or Apple HomePod, the S40 will feel like an outsider at your smart home party. The good news: for Amazon-centric smart homes, voice commands work reliably enough. Think, turn on lamp, off, schedule bedtime lights, and so on. One more curveball. While the plug promises wide compatibility with Zigbee hubs, some users found inconsistent results with varying brands. Compatibility isn't bulletproof. Some hubs catch the device instantly, others need firmware updates or multiple retries. So patience and tech savvy are your best friends with the S40. Rehook time, wondering if the Sonoff S40 can handle heavy appliances. Good question. According to specs, it supports up to 16A current, meaning it can theoretically power devices like coffee makers or even air conditioners. But caution is key. Some customers warn against plugging ultra-high load devices, as it can stress the plug. When in doubt, stick to lamps, chargers, fans, and similar low to medium wattage appliances. Here's a joke to lighten the mood while you decide. Why don't smart plugs ever get girlfriends? Because they're always plugged in and can't commit. Okay, maybe a techie's humor, but it highlights the importance of reliability when syncing smart devices. Now about the app experience. The controlling app is generally user-friendly with clear scheduling options, on-off toggles, and integration with routines. The sunrise and sunset routine can be set with geographic precision, meaning your lights adjust naturally with the seasons. This feature alone differentiates the S40 from generic smart plugs. However, occasionally the app experience can stumble due to Zigbee connectivity dropouts. It's like the app sometimes forgets if the plug is on or off, leading to synchronization sync issues. But these aren't deal breakers if you're comfortable troubleshooting or regularly updating firmware. For the tech savvy, here's a hidden tidbit. The Sonoff S40 supports over-the-air firmware updates, meaning it can get smarter with time. Not many budget plugs come with this feature, so that's a definite plus for future-proofing. In usage stories from real customers, one reviewer reported saving money on electricity by automating their holiday lights using the sunrise-sunset routine. Another user mentioned how compact size allowed them to easily install multiple plugs in a small power strip without blocking sockets. However, both agreed the setup process required patience, and the hub had to be reliable to avoid interruptions. But here's the twist. If your Zigbee hub is rock solid, the Sonoff S40 becomes a ninja in your smart home setup. Stealthy, compact, and efficient. Picture this as the secret sauce for connected homes invested in the Zigbee ecosystem. On the flip side, if you don't have a compatible hub or want cross-ecosystem support, your frustration meter will climb fast. One last joke before we wrap. Why don't smart plugs ever get lost? Because they always stick to their sockets. Okay, cheesy but apt, because the S40's compactness means less clutter, which is a big win if you hate messy outlets. To bring it home, after weighing the pros and cons, the Sonoff S40 is a budget-friendly pick perfect for Amazon Alexa and SmartThings users who already own a Zigbee hub and want advanced scheduling features like sunrise and sunset routines with a compact design. It delivers decent performance with occasional hiccups in connection stability and setup complexity. But the over-the-air updates and thoughtful features add value rare at this price point. If you're new to smart homes or use Google Home or Apple HomeKit, consider other alternatives that offer easier setup or broader compatibility. But for an eco-centric Zigbee environment, the Sonoff S40 punches above its weight. Interested? I placed the best price link in the description below, but prices change fast on Amazon, so grab it while it lasts. Investing a little time into setup today can save you hours of convenience tomorrow. Remember, every smart home device has trade-offs, but Sonoff S40 strikes a great balance of functionality, value, and compact design, making it a worthy contender for budget-conscious smart homeowners. Thanks for sticking through this honest review. Now go ahead and decide if the Sonoff S40 deserves a spot in your smart home lineup.